Well, Iran is threatening military action against the U.S. and Israel if President Trump decides to intervene in the widespread protests in that country. Human rights groups now say more than 500 demonstrators have been killed since those protests began 2 weeks ago. Chief foreign correspondent Trey Yingst reports live from Tel Aviv. Trey.
John, good afternoon. The demonstrations across Iran have hit the 2-week mark with no signs of slowing down. Over the weekend, intense protests spread across major cities with reports of government buildings, cars, and mosques being burned down. As people chanted, "Down with the dictator, long live the Shah, Pahlavi will return." For the third day, Iranian officials have shut down internet access, but with Starlink satellites, some images and information are trickling out, including reports that security forces have opened fire on protesters in multiple cities. Hundreds, if not thousands, have been killed so far, as some hospitals remain overwhelmed by the flow of incoming patients. Today, Iran's parliament held a session with lawmakers where some chanted "Death to America," and the parliament speaker threatened the United States and Israel.
I also have an advice for the delusional president of the United States. Be careful that the advice you are receiving about attacking Iran are the same as the ones who told you that the Mashhad has fallen. Therefore, so that you are not miscalculating, know that in case of an attack on Iran, American military centers and bases and ships in the region will be our legitimate targets.
With the possibility of direct conflict in the days ahead, U.S. ally Israel is monitoring the situation on the ground. Following the 12-day war last year, Israelis know that Iranian missiles are capable of reaching their cities. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu had this to say at the weekly cabinet meeting.
Israel is closely following what is happening in Iran. The demonstrations for freedom have spread throughout the country. The people of Israel, the entire world, are in awe of the tremendous heroism of the citizens of Iran. Israel supports their struggles for freedom and strongly condemns the mass massacres of innocent civilians.
Tonight, I was able to connect with someone on the ground in Tehran who was in the streets over the weekend. This individual is using Starlink to get messages out to the world. They say the situation is very difficult, that security forces were firing into crowds over the weekend. Many people were wounded and killed. They're also firing tear gas into these crowds of people and arresting others. And so it remains a tense situation on the ground, not only in Tehran, but across the country. John?
And yet, despite those dangers, they are continuing to protest. They want their freedom, Trey.
Exactly. They're willing to protest, understanding that this is life and death, not only for the people in Iran, but for Iranians around the world who wish to return home, but simply can't due to the Islamic Republic and the regime that currently controls the country. Some of the images that we're not able to show you, though, John, paint a horrific picture from over the weekend. Bodies piled up at hospitals in the Iranian capital. I spoke with one man in western Iran who said that 2 people from his town had been shot by security forces and killed. Also, there are reports of mass arrests, not only of people in Tehran, but also of Kurdish activists in the western part of the country. John?
Hundreds of deaths. So appalling. Trey Yingst, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.